Alright, hey, what's up everyone? This is Julian from the Binding Lab. In this video, I want to give you guys an update about pocket option social copy trading versus the coronavirus. So to be perfectly honest with you, the last week has been a very quiet week for copy trading. Why is that? Because during this time, well, I suppose there's panic, and some of the traders, they could be affected in their hometowns. Okay, they could be, maybe their daily activities are being affected, and therefore they had to take some time away, perhaps to look after the kids. And therefore, a lot of the traders that we were usually copying, they're not trading, either not trading or not trading as much as they used to. And there were also some traders that did not trade as well as they used to. Why is that? Because if you look at the market conditions, I mean, even OTC is affected as well, because OTC pocket option, for those of you who don't know, is actually one of the best ways to trade in this broker, because the range is great, the price is stable, it's actually synthetic. It's not like the typical OTC that you find in other binary option brokers, but actually all these, you can do technical analysis to it. And in fact, many people in my trading courses, like the art of spam clicking, Market Master, we find that OTC is much better to trade than the normal ones. But you know what, just want to show you that, and just so that you know, a lot of these ones, for whatever that we can typically find a very nice movement within a certain given amount of time. Let's say on a 1 minute chart, if we're used to finding about, let's say, like 15 pips, we're only seeing a lot less than that, maybe like 5, 4, and that makes it, if we have good range, it makes it very easy to apply any strategy. But if the range is less, those people who are unable to adapt themselves to it, they'll actually, like for example, like many traders that we used to copy, we actually stopped copying them. So at the peak of last week, we're actually down to just 1 or 2 traders per day, which is, I know, is kind of miserable. But the good news is, and actually the reason why I made this video is because I think we stumbled upon some really good finds, and I've actually already disseminated this information to the group. So I want to show you so the history of these live trades. As you can see, these are trades pretty recent. Let me try to increase the screen size so you can see them. And now you can see these trades over here. I'm going to go over to the history, and you can see them as well. Over here, I'm going to show you some trade history right here. And all these are like copied trades. This is copy that's copied. And I mean, over here, we have about 10 results per page. And I'm going to be running you through the results of all these 10 pages. So for those of you who need to copy trading, like what this basically means is that any trade that's being done on the person that we copy on their account is going to be duplicated on our account. So it really depends. Like depending on different trading strategies, you notice that some of the trades take like 10 minutes to expire. Like this one takes about 10 minutes. This one takes about 10 minutes. This one takes about like 10. This one maybe like 9-ish. Okay. And you see some that take about like 8 minutes, for instance. Okay. It depends on the trader. And then I also want you to pay attention to the frequency. I mean, like today was a super good day, and I wanted to update you. So actually in this video, I want to speak to 2 groups of people. People who are looking into coming to copy trading, and also people who have joined my group but have been away for some time. I just want to let you know what you're missing out. You're missing out on this. So let's look at the number of trades. It's 10 trades, and we look at the duration. Okay. Look at the frequency of this as well. So this ended at 18:26. That's actually based on server time. That's 1 hour ago. And then over here, when did it start? 18:57. In 30 minutes, 10 trades. And look at the amount of profit it's made. Okay. For those of you who are new to binary options and you're just looking at ways to make money during the coronavirus, staying at home, well, actually this is perfect because you don't have to trade. You just copy, right? And what this means, okay, let's look at this. This is 89%. 89% means that, let's say for $1 and 103.86 you put in, 89% of that is profit. So this amount actually includes this. So you subtract that, you have about like 91 something cents, which is kind of good, right? And let me tell you what's amazing. Okay, what's amazing about this? For those of you who are totally new to binary options, I want you to take a notice of some of the winning ranges that are over here. So all these winning ranges are still pretty sizable, but let's look at this one over here, Euro USD. This one, like I said, just made about 91 cents. And the opening price is 113.19.7, and this was 113.22.9. So the actual movement is only about like 3.2 pips. And depending on, if you are doing Forex, depending which broker that's at, okay, half of that could go to spread. Or sometimes if you're using a very low spread account with a high leverage, they usually charge you, an even higher spread. And this actually, most of your profit be eaten up. You can't even get that kind of return for $1 invested. And to even get 90 cents in that amount of time, okay, what kind of leverage do you have using Forex? Sheesh, you're probably putting like $100 or $100 on the line, right? That's kind of dangerous because leverage, why do people use leverage in Forex? Because they just want to magnify those gains. But in binary, there's no spread, there's no commissions, okay? And the moment you enter the trade, in the absence of spreads and commissions, all you need to be is a micro pip in the correct direction. Heck, not even a micro pip, a nano pip at 0.000 something. So now let's go to page 2. I want to show you some stuff. Alright, this is page 2. As you can see, page 2 is kind of ugly. It's got a lot of whites on it, which means losses. But then again, if you look carefully and compare it to what you see on the first page, we know that we're still making money. Okay, now let's go to page 3. There's a lot. So this is page 3, and check this out. That's another page of mostly wins. Alright, so as you can see, these are the payouts and these are the times. And I also want you to pay attention to the winning range. Look at this one here, USD/JPY. The price only went down by 1.1 pip. Again, if it was Forex, you only covered commission. You haven't even made any money yet. So if you just covered commission, let's say if your spread was 0.7, okay, and 0.4 pip is your profit, how much money do you need to leverage? How many times do you have to leverage? How much money do you have to wager just to make, a few cent gain? It's a huge risk. Okay, so this is what's really awesome about binary options copy trading. Now let's go over to the next page. So I want to remind you that your time is limited. Okay, the unfortunate news is that you gotta take really fast action. Why? Because, like I said, last week we barely had 1-2 traders a copy, but this week, well, I just found a couple of them, and they're doing well right now. I'm not sure about next week. We may have to use a different set of trades next week, but you don't want to miss out the opportunity to have this kind of trade volume on your account. Now let's look at the first screen. Alright, it started about what, 1807? No, sorry, this is like right now 1650. It went all the way to like 1826. So that's just about an hour and a half plus. But look how many trades have taken place, and this is actually already in the page 4. 10 trades per page. That's like 40. That's like 40 trades in a very short span of time. For those of you who've done Forex copy trading, or you've done Forex trading, you've run some bots, you probably realize like, whoa, in that 1.5 hours, that's probably more trades than you ever had in a month over there. And it's true. This is precisely how copy trading can help people make 3 to 20% per day on a good day. But you know what, like I said, let's be really honest, last week was a fairly break-even week. This week, today it's super exciting. With these kind of results, with these kind of performance from the traders, whoa, we're in for a really, really big week. So strike it when it's hot. Don't wait till next week. Okay, get in right now. Get in right now. Take full advantage of the opportunity. I'm just going to continue to show you some as well. Okay. All right. So these are some more trades, and I'm just going to keep scrolling. So these are manual ones. Those are actually like Martingale master trades. And let's look at these copied trades over here. This is a different trader, so it's different trading sizes. This was like like yesterday. Okay, and you can see a lot of trades. This was exactly a day ago. Look at that. Look at that. So Super exciting. Don't waste any time. Get in already. There's a link in the video description down below where you can get started, get my free social copy trading video series and learn about it. Okay, there's no commitment to get started right away, although you definitely want to get started as fast as possible. But those videos in my video series is going to help you understand the ins and outs of copy trading. I already condensed a lot of it here, but for those of you who want more information, hit onto that link in the description and get started. And that's soon going to put you in the right direction to be inside of my Telegram group where I actually update a spreadsheet daily. So what do I do in a spreadsheet? Well, it's quite a bit of stuff, but you've probably seen them in some other videos. I've got updated versions of the spreadsheet, and I sort them out by various metrics, even something new like a profit over trade ratio. I sort them out in terms of total trades, total profits, and so once you come in, I'm going to be teaching you how you can go through these traders and actually check out how they're actually doing on the platform and how to copy them safely and test them. Sometimes you can test them for as little as a $1 budget to find out if they're good or just a dud. I'll teach you all of that. All you need to do right now is go to the link in the description, thebinarylab.net/copytrading. See you on the inside. My name is Julian. Bye for now.